So there's a flaw in the system, right? If I have a Friday 5 newsletter, but it's not Friday, what do you call it if I have Friday 5? I got it. Thanks, Miss Henshaw. She had the best idea. Saturday 6 is coming your way right now. Six things you need to know this week from Ashland. Dr. Jack's principal here. All this information is in the email I sent to you, but if you also just want to check it out with a little bit of a interactive feel here, then feel free to listen. I got 6 things coming your way right now. Number 1, arrival and dismissal. Our arrival and dismissal are getting mostly back to pre-COVID procedures. We're still going to add layers of safety and spacing in our gym specifically and throughout the process to make sure that we're still safe with all the, really the distancing component. Kids are all wearing masks, of course, staff wearing masks. But in the gym, we'll have kids spaced out whenever we go for car rider dismissal and walker dismissal. We did that last year as well. So that's something that we're thinking about a lot right now. All of the procedures for arrival and dismissal are on our webpage. I just updated those this week. There's a special note also for kindergarten students on exactly how they'll be dismissed. Just a couple things to remember. One is all students are supervised at all times for arrival and dismissal. We walk students directly to the buses, directly to cars, directly to parents. And so that's really important to know, especially our kindergarten students. If you're a parent for kindergarten students, that you must be picking up even if they're a walker, you have to pick them up yourself. And you have to have ID with you. So make sure to remember that. Otherwise, car riders, you have the car rider tag, and we walk them right out to the car. Once you come in, there's a map of how the car rider line works if you're new to Ashland. If you're not new to Ashland, you know how it works. And it probably will be a long line this year for car riders because I noticed that last year we had a long line as well. A lot of parents were driving their cars with their kids to school. You don't have to do that. You can ride the bus. Bus is a great option. In fact, the bus may be faster. I don't know. The first day of school, it's going to be a little bit different, but trust the process. Trust that we'll work things out, and then after the second, third, fourth day, it'll start getting more efficient, more quickly dismissing to all the students. So looking forward to that. Remember to use your new red car rider tags, not the blue ones. Blue ones we're not using. You need the red car rider tags. If you don't have one and you want to register, we can register you on the first day. So that was number 1. Number 2, face coverings. Please remember to have your child bring and wear their face covering every day in school. It would be helpful to have extra masks in their book bag. We will have masks, of course, for them. So if they don't have one, we can provide free masks. Or if something happens during the day, it gets wet or something like that, we can provide them another mask. That's no problem. But it's nice to have those extra masks. Prince William County just updated their mask requirements for face coverings. So I added a link in the email. One of the major changes is that masks are not required at recess right now. For it being outside and all the safety things with COVID said that basically the outside piece is different than the inside, and so they don't have to wear masks at recess if they don't want to. So that's a big change. Otherwise, for the most part within the building, it's masks at all times. Of course, when they're eating, they don't have to wear masks, but as soon as they're done eating, then they're going to put their mask back on. Speaking of that, in the cafeteria, we did actually add more spacing in the cafeteria as well. So students will be sitting every other seat in the cafeteria, and they'll only be sitting with their class. So that'll help distance a little bit. We'll have assigned seating so we know exactly where students are sitting all the time for the cafeteria as well. Again, there's the information for Prince William County is in the email for a link. So if you want to see the exact requirements from Prince William County Schools, make sure you click that link. Also, if you want to know more about, because they just updated the regulation, and in the regulation it talks about any exemptions for medical or anything like that in there. There's a link there if you want to learn that as well. Otherwise, students, staff all have to wear masks at all times. Any visitor comes in the building has to wear masks, face coverings at all times as well. Number 3, daily health screening for students. Please, 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 please double check, triple check, quadruple check your students, your child's safety, their health before they come to school. That's really important this year. It's important every year, but especially now, we definitely don't want to risk it. So if your child has COVID-like symptoms, that there's a whole process, a screening process that you can use from Prince William. I added the link into the email. Make sure to check your child if you have any questions. When in doubt, we're really being cautious more than not cautious. Maybe in the past, they're not feeling well, just send them. Well, now, if you're starting to see symptoms, don't send them. You can always call me, call school, call the office, call Ms. Barnes, our nurse, and we can talk you through that process where we can get work for your child or things like that. But we really want to be cautious with anything that's COVID-like symptoms. All right, number 4, visitors in school. We talked a little bit about the face coverings with visitors, But right now, Prince William County said that we can have visitors, but the trick is the visitors can't really be around students. So that really limits what we can do with visitors. So it's the issue of any type of close contact that outside people could have with our students. We're trying to always keep students separate from any type of outside visitors, especially, they're not, you can obviously be with your child, but we don't necessarily want some other, parent with your child necessarily. So we're really limiting that for now, at least. We will come up with a process for having visitors in the workroom, maybe a spaced out option for that if you want to do some work to help the teachers out. I think we'll come up with that with our PTO. We're talking about that. We definitely cannot have parents in the cafeteria. That's definitely a mandate from the county that we're not allowed to do. Other thing is, on the first day of school, we're not going to have parents walk their child to the classroom. We didn't do it last year either. We have done it in the past. It's sort of a fun thing that we do on the first day, walking their child to the classroom, hugging them goodbye, and then going on your way. In fact, we've had in the past a woohoo and boohoo breakfast for families right afterwards. But this year we're not doing that either. So parents, when you come, if you're walking your child, you'll need to drop them off as soon as they get on the school grounds so that we don't make a lot of congestion by the front door. Let them out. They'll walk to class. They'll walk through the doors. We have tons of supervision in the hallways, in the outside, in front of the school. We will not let them get lost. We will help them get to where their classroom is. All the kindergarten students, we walk directly down, so we have tons of support for them. So just keep in mind for that. Be ready for that. And if you're a car rider on that first day, make sure you hug and kiss your kids goodbye, sort of as they're coming through the line, so that we're not opening the door and then waiting for everyone to do that, because that really holds up the line. We have a lot of families, so as soon as they're ready to go out the door, we need to start sending them as soon as possible. And you're gonna feel like wait, go in the car rider line, because as soon as you get on the school grounds, so anywhere from that kindergarten playground all the way through by the gym, we're gonna have students exiting their vehicles and coming into the school. So that's really quick. It needs to be really quick and efficient coming from the cars. All right, number 5, students out on quarantine. So we will have students out on quarantine this year due to either being positive for COVID or due to being in close contact for someone else who is positive COVID. So we will have a plan for this that is going to help with instruction when they're out. Of course, if a child is sick, we don't expect them to do the work and class work or assignments. But a lot of times we have kids that are on quarantine that are perfectly healthy, and they might not even have COVID or anything, but we're just doing that for an abundance of caution. There will be an instructional plan for that. We're working on exactly what that's looking like from the school division, because we want to be consistent across the schools. Teachers will be using Canvas, and they will be using some of the same links and sites as last year. All the students do have a laptop. And if there are students that need to be on quarantine, they definitely can have their laptop at home. That is not a problem at all. So we'll work with individual families on that. We'll look for more information, a little more detailed information coming out about what that instructional plan is going to look like. Number 6, Saturday 6, new family and kindergarten orientation. Thank you so much for the families that came and visited with us last week. I love that it was a Zoom meeting so that I could see the families as well, see all the kids jumping in. That's the best part. So I really appreciate you joining us and sort of celebrating the beginning of the year. I recorded that session and I posted it on YouTube, and I had the link in the email that I just sent you. So you have that as well. I know some parents couldn't make it and they still wanted to see that. So there's some good information there. So I think that's it. Saturday 6 from the house, because it's Saturday. Now, time to go play some baseball or something with the kids. But I hope you have a great weekend, and we are looking so forward to seeing all of our kids on Monday. They're going to be safe, they're going to learn, they're going to have fun, and we're going to teach them to be kind, because that's a big, important thing for us. So I got this. We got this. We're going to take care of your kids. You can trust us. And again, if you ever need anything, just always reach out. Otherwise, have a great weekend.